Hi friends, and welcome to this video which has been a long time coming. I can't wait to show you what we've got in store. So we've got loads of toys that I want to declutter, and I do want to do some toy rotation as well, so I'm looking forward to that. Before we start though, I'm Alina and I do daily mum shorts. I also do 2 long form videos a week for you guys, so make sure to subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and basically like this video if you like it. And basically, without further ado, we actually started doing some of this yesterday, and I started doing that with my son just by accident because the weather was good, and then all of a sudden my son was like, I'm bored, there's no toys here. And I was like, oh, what? You think we don't have any toys? Such a privileged child, but I understand he probably just got bored of the things that have been out and about already. So what I said let's dig into our shed, if we're lucky enough to expand our family or whether it's to give away to relatives. I've kept some stuff that have meant a lot to us and that have been really good toys as well. So basically we've taken loads of stuff out, and yes, I did end up chucking a few bits because the battery exploded, it's no longer worked, and then I thought, you know what, instead of keeping them, we're going to throw them away. So actually that's a tip for you guys. If you are storing away a toy that is electrical or full of batteries, make sure to take those batteries out before you store the item, because the batteries can explode. They're quite acidic, they can ruin that whole other toy, so definitely worth sorting out before you put them away. The idea is basically that we ended up playing with loads of toys that were actually out of his age range, and even though he was too old, I would say, for these toys, he still enjoyed playing with them at the age of 4 like he did when he was at the age of 1, just because of the newness. It's not just about the actual toy itself, but the fact that it's different, it's new, it's something fresh, and for them to play with, have a look at, and basically entertain them for a while, which has really worked. I put some new batteries and some other things like the walk-on piano, which my son really enjoyed as well. But at the end of it, I still put them away even after that playtime. But it shows you that toy rotation works as well. So without me rambling on about all this stuff still, I think what I'm going to do is go through 2 or 3 rooms in this house where the toys are most abundant, and basically just declutter them, see what I can put away, see what I can give to charity. I usually like to store them away first and then give them to charity, just because I give my son 2 or 3 months to basically remind himself or ask me and be like, where is this thing? And if he doesn't say that, if he doesn't remember that he's got this item, he hasn't played with it for months, that means that he does not need it anymore, does not want it anymore, and doesn't like playing with it. So basically it's get rid time. So basically that's what I'm going to do, and I'm going to start off with his room that I am right here. If you wanted to see some toy storage organization as well in this room specifically, I did a video on this, so I'll make sure to link that down below because I thought it was so useful. This room is probably the most organized, the best decorated room in this house, but you will see the ugly rooms as well that are downstairs. So basically I'm on the floor here because we've got a few toys that we keep on the floor. Rather, we don't try and keep them on the floor because usually the puppy gets them. That's where the room's actually mostly tidy on the whole, just because we keep the environment clean and clear as much as possible, otherwise the dog gets the toys. So actually my son surprised me last night when he was like, okay, it's bedtime, but before we go to bedtime, can we clear up this puzzle, please? So we were playing a puzzle downstairs, and I was like, yeah, please do. And basically it was just to make sure that it doesn't get eaten by the dog. So routines do matter. It's not just about saying, oh, it's because of the dog, but it's because we usually clean up before we go to bed anyway. And not only am I like the person showing him that that's what you've got to do, because that's what I'd do like a little clean up, but also I get him involved and say, come on, you need to clean up your toys before you go to bed. Might be a little bit easier because I've only got 1 child, however it really has worked, especially showed me this last night. Anyway, another ramble. But basically the other thing that I'm going to be doing, and there's loads of tips, I've already given you a few tips before I even started this, but another tip is I'm going to put on my phone what needs like either new toys to accompany it because it's been ruined, so I'll give you some examples in a little bit, or for example what needs fixing so that I can basically fix it or give it new batteries, you know, stuff like that. So for example, I've got this string here because on this castle, this front door actually used to have a chain, but then it broke. So basically the idea is that I'm going to try and fix it so that we can actually play with it and open it up and close it when we want to. And that's the idea. So I could probably do that now quite quickly because I found some string yesterday which I thought I could repurpose. Such a simple thing, but I fixed it with just a lace and put a bow in there, see if that works out. Maybe we can actually play with it a little bit longer, but usually what we put in this castle are either little cars, because we are obsessed with cars, or I've got some men with some horses basically. So that's the other thing. So I've got quite a few of these horses and most of them with a saddle, and this one doesn't have a saddle. So I've got 4 horses plus 4 horses with a saddle, plus 2 horses that are more ornamental but very nice and we still play with them. And then I've got this odd one that I think I'm going to get rid of. So that's decluttering at its best because we have a lot of them. However, we have a lot of little cars, but I wouldn't dare throw away a single one because my son knows very much every single car that he has. So he would not be happy with me getting rid of that. So something about this toy is the fact that I actually spend more time fiddling with it and making sure that it works. So for example, this car no longer works because one of the metal things has actually come off. So this one, as you can see, has a little metal thing, and then this one doesn't. So it's sort of stopped working, basically. It sort of moves and then stops, moves and then stops. Basically, it's the most excruciating, annoying toy that I've ever had. However, my son goes back to it every single time and actually enjoys having like the Batman going round the loop and going round. And actually my husband had to buy new tracks as well because at one point they got like a little bit squished and moved around and it just hasn't been looked after. However, I would say that actually it's a toy that's like had a lot of play. So if we go and think about this like girl math, so if you buy a clothing item, you would think about the cost per wear. And in this case, I've been thinking about cost per play. So I would say that actually this Skrillextrix toy has had a good cost per play. So even though it's been annoying and it's fiddly, however, I do think that it's a very good toy indeed. So when it comes to this, it's more of a climbing frame. I don't know if you can call it a toy, but I thought I'd mention it. The fact that you can actually move it around, I could change it from a ladder to a slide quite quickly. We can put it on the other side, we can move them around, you know. It's actually like a thing that we've been playing with over and over again. It's not just about the slide, it's not just about the climbing, but also we've been putting down the cars down there and we play with it daily. He like climbs it, he uses it for toys, so that's staying and we're keeping it here. And it's not something that leaves this room very often, but sometimes I do switch it up. Sometimes I put like the yoga mat down so that he has like more space to basically do his roly-polies and things like that. But basically behind this there's a load of stuffed toys that I want to sort out. Even if I put them away in the wardrobe, he's not very much of a cuddly teddy bear thing. Like, he's not into soft toys very much, but we do like to keep some out. I'm probably more of a cuddly bear or like a cuddly soft toy person than he is. So I do like to keep a few out, and we'll see where we get there. But I think we do have too many, especially on the books. So it's getting a little bit annoying to get to the books, and if that's the case, it means that they are a hindrance, so I'll see what I can do. Pile here that I'm going to see what happens if I do put them away, and I've kept a few up there, see what he turns to basically. And then I've got a distraction right here who wants lots and lots of cuddles, which I have given. Forgot to mention that there's one book here that's very much not his age anymore, but he used to be obsessed with this, so I'll put it away with the young kids toys that I opened up yesterday, basically, because there was some room in the box left, and then see what happens. So this is the next room that I'm going to show you. We've got like a corner of where all the toys go to. If you do hear some background sounds, it's because my neighbour's actually over 90 and is hard of hearing, so his TV's always up very loud. We don't mind though. Cool, so basically let me try and put you in the corner of the room. Hopefully you can see the whole big mess that it is. Let me move this out the way, and basically you can see we've got loads of toys here. We've got just things lying around, and usually they shift. It's not that he plays with them, it's just they get in the way and he wants to get other stuff out. So basically today I'm hoping to sort some of this stuff out and put them in storage and see what he asks for next. Okay, so I've taken loads of stuff out, and essentially there's a few quick wins that I've already seen. So we've got some really young kids toys that I thought I could put away as well. I've got another car. I'm pretty sure I've got a couple of cars in that box already. I've got some dress up stuff that are already in boxes, which is great. So I've got one doctor's, I've got like a police one, and then I need a box basically. Yes, sweetie, you want some attention? So basically we've got some like basically fire engine stuff, so like a fireman suit. We've got more police things. Basically I think I need a bigger box and basically combine these three things. So I need to go to IKEA and buy another big box like we have here. So I actually had to move the stuff, which is like 2 different tracks with 2 like different types of cars to go on there. We actually love this game. It just takes up so much room that usually I put it in storage and we play with it once in a while, so it's a really good rotation one. So yeah, I need a bigger box for like dress up things. Always getting involved. This one we actually still enjoy, and he likes to actually break down cardboard boxes with this and does enjoy playing with this still, even though I would have thought it was a bit for younger kids. But actually if he enjoys it, then it's a great one to keep out still. What else have I got? So quick wins. We always play with this train track, and I've mentioned it time and time again, which is the wooden train track. I actually got an expansion pack for Christmas, which he absolutely loves. We take it out, and this caddy is actually from IKEA. I did like an IKEA shop with me. Make sure to check that one out because it's a lot of fun. And basically just a really good basket to put toys into. It's really large, and we usually move it from his room to this room to the living room, which you'll see last. But basically we have some like puzzly things, so Gruffalo puzzles, more Gruffalo puzzles, and then matching things. So I don't know whether he's a little bit too young for this for now, or he's just not interested. I'm not quite sure, but it does seem quite a hard one. So I think I'll put this away until he's a little bit older. And then these two I'm very much considering just donating. So we'll see what happens with those. I might put them away for maybe a month or two, see what happens. And if he still doesn't play with them, then I'll donate them. So the other things that I want to tackle. So firstly, I want to give like this chest. This used to be a shoebox that we used to use actually. And I want to upcycle it. So I joined the priority list, I guess. But basically lots of room in here, and especially good for toys. This is actually a spaceship. Takes up a lot of room, so usually I fold it away, but it's a great fun one. Another one for basically the dress up one, which is really fun, really good. And basically I want to give this a clean and then put some stuff in there that I know that we usually like to play with. So for example, I didn't mention the fact that we've got 100 cars. Obviously I'm exaggerating, but lots and lots of cars in the garage. We call it the garage basically. There are no cars in this one, so I will probably put this one away in the shed until his collection gets a little bit too much. Or he just breaks this one, which is likely, or like basically whenever we are in need, we'll use this one afterwards. And basically apart from that, there's like loads of board games here, which I'm going to leave for now because we've got loads of board games in the other room. So I want to see them all together and then decide what I'm going to do with them. We have a few of these, probably now a couple, where it's like boxes full of like drawing things. So like whether it's crayons, whether it's like colouring pens and pencils, but basically he doesn't reach for those often. So it's good that they're in a box, and I usually keep them in there just in case. We love our kinetic sand as well, so I'll probably put that in here too. And then what you see behind here is a load of fun. It's basically an air hockey game, and it's great, but my son needs to be in the mood for it. So I think I'm going to just put that away for a little while and then bring it back out and have loads of fun with it. So basically I think it's just too available at the moment. The other thing that I want to tackle are these three things. We do just have like random things in there, where when it used to be quite organised, I used to have like the musical shelf, you know, like balls and other things that he can chuck around, and then basically just built and built. And you know, when you get to use it loads, I feel like it sort of just gets like forgotten and lost and unorganised. So yeah, I'm going to see if I can reorganise that and see if I can make better use out of this trolley, also from IKEA, very much recommend. So basically this Hot Wheels track, he asked and begged for it for Christmas from Father Christmas. Unfortunately, when it comes to this play pair cost scenario, this one is probably low on the list. Unfortunately, I'm so sad, but he's only played with it a few times and he sort of doesn't care. It takes up so much room as well. And I'm like, well, if you don't want it, we're just going to give it away. And when I mentioned that, he's like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, what? Spent so much money on it and he doesn't actually play it that much. How does that work? But yeah, I am still undecided what to do with it. I don't know whether even to put it away or whether to just force him to play it a few more times and then just give it up. So do you remember me saying about basically putting down the things that are broken, that I need to fix, or maybe buy some extra stuff? Basically, to give you an example, is this racket. So this one's broken, this one's not. But I thought if I replace this red one, we could definitely play some more. It used to be one of his favourite games last year during the summer. So I definitely do think that I could do that and maybe buy a ball or two to go with that, because the dog usually likes to grab some, so it'll be good to have some backup and to spare. But basically I put down big rackets, one broken, not badminton ones, because we do have some badminton rackets, but they're a lot smaller, aren't they? So these ones I like. Firstly, they're like foam, and then secondly, they're just a bigger racket. The other things that I've got there is a golf racket, because we actually had two. One disappeared and the other one is broken, so basically, yeah, I definitely need that. And usually, like the golf racket isn't just for the golf, but also for the crochet as well. We've got an indoor crochet, but once again, one of those was broken too. So basically just replace those, because we do play those, especially during the summer, and the summer's coming up. So basically I'm prepping for the summer school break, so that we've got enough toys, or like the toys that we do have actually like either replaced, not broken, and well looked after. Last thing is basically batteries. So that's the other thing that I want to sort out. AA batteries ×3 for the step-on piano game. So if he does like to play that even now, if I get some replacement batteries, he'll be able to play that during the summer month. Okay, so looks like I managed to organise a few bits and set aside a few things to basically put in the charity shop, unless my son asks for it in the next month or two. Basically just loads of it. This just needs to be chucked, but basically loads of like cards and things that he hasn't played with for a very long time. I've got this random thing that I'm not even sure what it's for, so I might put it in a miscellaneous drawer. You know, everybody's got one of those random drawers, at least for a little while, until we figure out what it's for, or we don't and then I throw it away. This is more of a Christmas decoration actually, so I might put that in the Christmas stuff. This could go into the young toys section that I've built up here, so I'll see if I can put that in. I don't know if you've noticed this, but this is actually like a couple's Jenga, I think it's called, and basically my son used to play this when he was really young, but just to like whatchamacallit, like throw it down and kick it down, you know, not to actually play the game properly. But yeah, basically this was very fun. I'm looking forward to either like passing it down the family or whatever. And then basically, yeah, this I'm going to put away for when he's a little bit older. That's going in the shed being put away. I'm going to leave those for a second. That's the train set that I'm going to probably move upstairs for a little while. I've got a bag full of balls that I'm not sure whether to just like put on top here, or I'll make this section the cars, but they need to basically, every one of those remote control cars that we've got probably need new batteries, so I'll get the other half to help me out with that one. Yeah, that's the charity. This needs to be upstairs with the soft toy stuff, probably just goes on the bed. And we love him. I am Groot. Not sure what this is for, so you might go with this. This could go into this pile because it's actually for that. This needs to go in the car garage. This needs to find its remote control. This I'm not quite sure what to do with. It's not really played with trucks much, so I might donate that as well. I do not remember for the life of me where this is from. He hasn't touched it for months as well. So that goes there. This is bubbles, which are pretty much finished, so that will go into our bubbles section or be thrown away. This is a broken toy. So just this to put in the garage, and then I noticed that I've got a bag here that I need to sort out as well actually. So this room on the whole was pretty good, apart from being a little bit untidy, but basically the bits that we have toys in, I will show you. So basically there's a corner. So this was actually from his room. I don't know if you could see that, but basically we've got Play-Doh in here, so it's an organizer. We've got some puzzles in here as well, so Play-Doh and puzzles go in here. But then we've got this ottoman, which is super good. I was going to put these books upstairs. It's just we played with them or read them yesterday. But basically this needs sorting out, this ottoman. And he needs to be in a particular mood to play the football as well, the table football. So I might move that into the shed and like until we feel like we need to do some toy rotation basically. So I found a few bits to go into the other room and organisers. So basically in the doctor's set, the police set, is the walkie-talkie. I can put this into the bag, it's a ball bag, although actually my dog likes to chew on this, so maybe I'll give that to him. Right now, he's in his crate. The car, that can go in the garage. This can go with the charity shop stuff because that's a set with the other bits. And I think this goes with the trains. So I'll put that within the basket. I do apologise for the stupid fly that's in here, but basically I've taken out loads of stuff out here. I'm going to clean this up, this ottoman. Basically we've got loads of like these like Marvel toys, Spider-Man he absolutely loves and stuff, but I don't think he's quite there yet with playing these. My husband got these knowing that when he was young he absolutely loved figurines and things like that. This is actually a friend's. But yeah, basically my husband thought he'd like them, but my son hasn't really got into them just yet. But I think he is a little bit young, so he's 4. Maybe he'll grow into them. So maybe I'll put them away and bring them out in like a year or so. Who knows? Yeah, I'm going to put this away. Going to give this back to our friend. Going to clean that up. This can go into that, what is it called? Like a trolley from IKEA that I've shown you. This can as well, actually. I don't even think we need this anymore actually, because I want to put that on the trolley too. I'm going to actually put this one away with the young kids toys. just because I think this one was the first remote control thing that he got, and that is its 2 buttons. I think it's for the youngsters. This, we do actually play with this, and we've actually figured out that it makes noise as well. But basically, I might put that on the trolley and see if we play this again. If not, I'll put that away too. I'll give that to charity. And these, all of these remote control cars just need their battery sorting. This one's a little bit broken, so I was wondering whether I could fix that. So we'll see where we get to, but that's for another day because I need to pick up my son after preschool soon. These 2 things are random and miscellaneous things that I could put away onto the trolley. And these 2 things as well. That's for cars. It eats cars. It's very cool. And we do actually play this. It's just because it's in the ottoman, sort of gets forgotten. So I'm going to clean that up. Oh, I've got a bowling set back here too. So I'm going to put this in the chest that I've been putting the other bits in. So we've got a bowling set here that we absolutely love. And my husband recently told him how to put the bowling pins up using this piece of paper. So I've kept that in there in one bag. Okay, I think that's it. So let me sort those out, clean that up, and then get back to you guys. So I've put those there just so that my husband can see them and then figure out what batteries each one needs. We potentially need some new ones, but basically what I wanted to sort out last is this section here and under the sofas as well, because we've got loads of, like, you know, board games and things like that. So I just want to make sure that we only have a few out and the rest are in the shed or the garage, because honestly we've got so many, or at least we can put them out, put them in the unit, you know. I've got some musical things here which we played with recently, which are a lot of fun. Actually, it's from my mum, who went on holiday recently, and this is a shaker. Quite cool. So I'll put that on the trolley as well. And then this wheel is for youngsters, so I'll put that in the young section's toys. So I got these out, very dusty, as you might expect from under the sofa, but lots of fun. We love Pencil Nose, we love Jumanji, even if we don't really play it by the rules. We've got Buckaroo, which is a great one. These 2 are quite adultish, so I might put them away. I've actually got an adult pile already. I'll show you guys. I got that from the corner. So we've got Scrabble, Munchkins, Friends, more Friends. We obviously like Friends. Last Word. And this one as well, the Brain Shuffle. So this is the kids one that I've got. Magnet one. Magnetism. Dino Chompers we play the most regularly. And basically I'll leave these out for now. See which one Aiden wants to play with today. And put the others away for a little while and then rotate them. So guys, I'm going to leave it here mainly because I have to go and pick up Aiden from preschool, but basically he'll help me choose the ones that he wants out, and then we'll put some in the shed and the garage. And I've done such a good job today, if I do say so myself. We've got loads of toys. He's very lucky, spoil even. And if there's any other toys that I think that he might want to play with, and I think that's two toys, basically 2 items. So I think Legos, so the smaller Legos. We've got loads of like the big Duplo ones, but I think the smaller ones is probably coming up to what he might enjoy. And the other ones are the, I forgot what they're called, like the magnet. Basically you can create like these buildings and these walls and these slides for cars using these bricks slash like slats. So I'll show you on the screen right now what I mean, because I've no idea what they're called. They're like magnetized, I believe. So I think that's something that he's never played with before, but I think he might enjoy. So we'll see about getting him that for the summer, or maybe for Christmas. We shall see. So yeah, basically I'll stop rambling on. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope this gives you motivation to actually do something around your house in terms of decluttering and toy checking for summer. And basically I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.